Hey guys! So this is the first video of my new channel called, it's called Rachel's Book Reviews. So basically how this channel is going to work is, I'm going to be, I read a book, and then I review it for you, and yeah. So my most recent read is an older book, 1984 by George Orwell. My dad had me read this book after he got a copy from his coworker, and I read it, fairly quickly. Not as quick as I could, but not as slow as I could. But it was actually a really good book. So if you don't know much about 1984, this was written by George Orwell in 1949. It says it on the back. And it's a dystopian future novel where they're living in a world with 3 supercontinents, pretty much, called Oceania. There's East Asia and Eurasia. Eurasia used to exist, I know, but it's one of the big countries in this book. And it follows the main character, Winston Smith, who is a member of what's known as the Outer Party. So you have the government, you have the Inner Party, who is like sort of government officials almost. They're like in on a lot more secrets, they have more privileges. And then you have the Outer Party, which is where Winston works. They basically do all of the falsification, writing all the books, getting all the TV programs and the radio programs out, you know. And then there's the proletarians, also known as the proles, not paroles, proles, P-R-O-L-E-S, yeah. They are basically like the lower class. So you have the Inner Party, Outer Party, proles, and Winston believes that the party needs to basically go down, and he believes there should be equality, no sort of striving for power, you know, the normal main character of a dystopian future novel. And Winston, in his beginnings of this quest, meets a woman named Julia, who's roughly 10-15 years younger than him. So if you don't like age gap romances, not for you. It's not a romance book, but if you don't like age gaps, then it's not the book for you. Julia is 100% against the party. And basically how this society works is you don't fall in love anymore. Basically all instincts around love and having children, they've been almost completely eradicated from this society. So Julia and Winston being in love is basically what this dystopian future calls thought crime. And they do a lot of it. Winston commits a lot of thought crime in this novel, but the main point that Winston is trying to get people to see, or that George Orwell is basically making people see, is that a society cannot fully function without certain things. It's kind of hard to explain, so if you read the book, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But This is by far one of my, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. I normally don't enjoy politics books. I think they're dumb, I think they're stupid, I absolutely hate them, they're very boring. This book, the plot wouldn't happen without politics, and it's genuinely, it caught my attention a lot faster than I thought it would, and I was very immersed in the story, more towards the ending, but I was genuinely immersed in the story, and I'm surprised that something written in the 40s was able to make me want to finish it. And it was honestly it's one of my favorite older books. I have older books around my bookshelves. I have newer books around my bookshelves. If you look at the bookshelves behind me, I've recently bought some new books, some newer, more popular books. You'll notice a box set that looks very familiar. If you look close enough, you'll notice a few books that I bought as standalones but are in a series. So, and behind those books are more books. I have to redo my bookshelves. That is not my only bookshelf. I have another one to the side of me. I have a lot of books. But this was definitely one of my favorite older novels in all of the books that I've read. And if you like dystopian future, if you like books that really make you think about what's going on, then this is definitely a book that you will want to read. I don't know if it's on Amazon. It's still super popular, so you might be able to buy it there. Like I said, my dad got this from his coworker, so I basically have this book for free. And so if you want it, check on Amazon, check on Etsy. It's a very, very good book. There's betrayal, there's thinking, like, it really makes you think, but there's a betrayal, there's love, there's a little bit of action. I'm not gonna call it an action novel, but there's a little bit of action. There's a lot of rebellion, mainly from Winston and Julia, but there's a lot of rebellion. It's a very genuinely good book if you like those types of books. So I rate my books out of 10. Normally people give 5 stars for ratings. I rank my books out of 10. This to me is a 7 out of 10 book. Because it was written in the 40s, there's a couple of things about the writing that I didn't like. That was really the only things I didn't like about this book, was the way that it, like, the style that it's written in. But then again, it was the 40s, so I gave it some leverage and I kept reading it through, and it was actually one of my favorite books of all time. Let me rephrase that. It's not my favorite book of all time, but it's definitely one of my favorite books out of the older novels that I have read. So, George Orwell, 1984. This is where, let me rephrase that. George Orwell, 1984. This is a good book. 7 out of 10. If you like dystopian future, if you like rebellion, then if you like betrayal, then this is a book for you. So, this is my first YouTube video. So I'm gonna talk for a little bit here because I'm done with my book rating, which is what this channel is about. But I do want to talk a little bit about my new channel. So this new channel really, like, is really on a whim. Like, I was reading, or not reading, I was watching some videos about ranking books, different types of books, and I said, I should start a YouTube channel. So I'm starting a YouTube channel. I don't really like giving spoilers in the books, so I'm not really gonna go about talking really as much about the book. like, I'll rate it, I'll tell you what it's about, I'll tell you how much I liked it, I'll tell you some of the things about it if you might like it. I don't really want to give a full synopsis, but sometimes I will because it was just so good. But for those of you who have been on YouTube for a long time and you're really looking for something, I'm probably not that something. Like, I'm in my bedroom filming this off of my phone. I'm not doing this as a career. I'm just doing it for fun because I really like this book and I really like recommending books to people. So, I'll recommend this a million times. But I will always, every time I read a new book, I will be doing a video, and I will be editing that video myself, and I will be putting it on my channel. So if you like books, and if you want to know what type of books you should read based on your preferences, then come watch my videos. Share me with your friends. Like, obviously this is my first video, so I don't really have much to, you know, offer right now, but it will get a little better. I can't attest to the quality of like the filming because obviously I'm not making this full-time job. I'm doing this for fun, so it's off my phone and it's in my room. The sound probably isn't very good either. But yeah, so 1984, would recommend, 7 out of 10. Dystopian future, betrayal, a little bit of an age gap romance in there. If you like those different types of books, if you like those different genres, those different styles, those tropes, this would be a very good book for you to read. So yeah, 1984. Thank you for watching. Please come back when I post my next video. And yeah, that's really it. I'm not going to tell you to subscribe. I'm not going to tell you to like the video because I hate when people do that, so I'm not going to do that. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe, but I'm not going to force you to. I just, you know, I'm here to talk about my books, so bye. Thank you so much for watching.